Hey everyone, it's Brave here again. I just have a few words about my toxic narcissistic ex. One thing that I remember feeling about him is that he was like a robot, you know. So imagine like a robot trying to scan humans and act like a human, you know. It's like even when he would act sweet and nice and try and copy me and mirror my kindness, I could sense this void in him. Like because I have psychic gifts, I can read energy and read people's aura, and sometimes I can literally know what someone's thinking. It's almost like a telepathy. It's really strange. And I remember coming across him and thinking something's off with this guy, but yet he's acting perfect, but it's almost too good to be true. But I could just sense something was off, but I didn't know what it was. I couldn't put my finger on it. And until I got kind of sucked into the relationship, you know, after he'd love bombed me and made me think that we're, you know, meant to be together. Oh, excuse me, sorry. And meant to be together and blah, blah, blah. And the intimacy, the sex was really good. So, like, you're getting hooked on him, pretending to be philosophical and deep and intelligent, and you're getting hooked on the sex, and you're thinking that, oh, he's the best at everything I need, and we're going to have a family and a life, and blah, blah, blah. But it's all fake. For them, it's a game. They're just telling you what you want to hear, future faking, making plans and promises they don't intend to keep, you know. And I, now that I'm far away from that was a long time ago, but it's like, how dare anyone go around looking for people to hurt on purpose, you know, leaving scars and bad memories for no good reason in others, you know. Yet they know that it wasn't right. They, you know, they might use the excuse that their ex did something bad to them, you know, hurt them badly, physically, emotionally. So they'll use that excuse, and that's why I hurt others. But why are you hurting others and doing terrible things to others who never hurt you? You know, like, why are you becoming the thing you say you hate? You say you hate your ex who cheated on you or mistreated you or lied to you, but then you're going around carelessly provoking people to hate you because you cheat and lie and hurt them, you know. So you literally become people's enemy, and then when people go to war with you, you're the victim now. It's just such a shame. And it's like, the strange thing is they will eventually provoke the wrong person who will have a dangerous reaction to their unfair treatment, and that's when things will get extremely, you know, volatile for them, because it can be fatal if you provoke someone's jealousy unwisely or their anger. Like, it's a really bad idea, you know, because some people don't even know how they'll react to their own anger or jealousy, you know. And it's like, most people don't even have good control over their emotions in general. So obviously people can become, like I said, dangerous. There's so many crimes of passion where, you know, a husband came home and found his wife with another man and he killed both of them. Like, these things happen, it's no joke. And so even when people don't know how they will react, you know, beforehand, they think they would be calm or just shout or scream. Jealousy can really just someone could snap in that moment, you know. So never ever make someone prove their love to you by testing them, by provoking obsession, jealousy, anger. You know, if you're unlucky, it could go fatal, you know. And this is common, sadly. And even if there's been no previous violence in the relationship, just like I said, just provoking that unexpected jealousy, you know, in that moment someone could lose their mind, and it's not a joke. Like, they could snap. So even someone who's not even violent, you know. But yeah, it's important to make a conscious decision to break free from any situation where, like, you feel love or guilt or duty, like duty bound. So if you feel you're stuck with them because you love them, or you feel guilty if you leave them, or you feel duty bound, you know. If you know they only mean you harm, like whoever they are, you know, you need to leave, because if they don't mean anything good, they don't want you to succeed, you know, you have to set clear boundaries and say no more, enough is enough, and be willing to break your own heart and leave these toxic people behind and toxic situations behind, because let them learn the hard way. You know, like the last ex, he was so cruel, you know, this sadistic, malignant narcissist, and so toxic. He made me feel so invisible, like my whole being was disappearing, you know, like my very soul was being destroyed. You know, nothing I did was ever good enough. He always tried to make me jealous. It's like I had been so kind and protective over him when others attacked him or were nasty to him. I was always defending him, but sadly he was just a disloyal, cheating, abusive monster. He'd done many other bad things which I don't really want to mention on here, but he's just narcissists just really make you feel worthless. They make you feel unable to exist as your true self. You don't feel safe with them emotionally, physically. Like they want you to be a lifeless, weak, submissive robot who has no mind of its own, no autonomy, no opinions, no feelings, just an object there to only please them, to help serve them, to be nothing more beyond that. And I couldn't allow this, you know, for long. I tried, you know, because I loved the person and they were tricking me with future fake promises or whatever, that they would change, or that they just need time to change, you know, they've got trauma, and they would give you a load of sob stories. And because I've got such a kind heart and a good heart, that I didn't want to abandon someone who has trauma, because I knew what it felt like. I'm a broken person with trauma, and I wanted people to love and care about me and give me a chance. So it's like I'm trying to do the same for them, you know, but they're tricking you, you know. They might not have even had any trauma. They just know, oh, this, if I say this, she'll be so scared to leave me because I'm such a broken little bird, you know. And he just created so much confusion, and my love for him, which he didn't deserve, kept me from leaving straight away or recognizing how dangerous a narc could be. And it's like they show excuse me, they shower you with a lot of fake love at first, which is called love bombing, to hook you in. And sometimes they'll use sex, you know, they'll really focus on giving you really good sex to get you to feel like you won't get good moments with anyone else. So they won't put a lot of focus into the emotional side, but they might put a lot of focus into that sex side if they've got the goods to do that. But it's like, it's weird, because in my opinion, I would rather be with someone who was a eunuch but had amazing, kind personality. But even if they couldn't do anything sex wise, I wouldn't care, because to me, I would feel so fulfilled with someone who loves me genuinely, cares about me. We can experience genuine, deep conversations. That spiritual connection, that soul connection, is so important to me that sex means nothing. Even though, yes, in the physical, like when me and him were physical, yes, it was good, but he was so cruel in other ways that didn't make up for it, you know. And then it became a point of, oh well, that's the only thing that was useful about him, and that just felt pointless to me, because I didn't want to be used in that way. I wanted to have genuine connection with a human being who cared about me. I wanted a spiritual connection, because we are spiritual beings in a human vehicle. Our human bodies are just a vehicle for our spiritual soul, our energetic being. So when you do connect with someone spiritually, it supersedes everything else, because it's so wonderful and magical and amazing when you actually have a genuine connection with someone and they mean you no harm, and they see your soul and you see their soul. You know, it's just so much better. But yeah, it's like they try and hook you in. You know, if you're a strong but broken person like me from a very dysfunctional family and had a bad abusive childhood with a lot of violence, then they tell you exactly what you want to hear, what you need to hear. And it can be very hard to believe that they actually are out to get you or want to hurt you. But because they'll say stuff like, oh, I don't know what your life was like before you met me, but I'm here now and I'll protect you, I'll save you. No one will ever hurt you ever again. Not with me by your side. You know, and if you're a broken person, you want to believe that. You know, it's almost like, it's like if you were an orphan, right? And then someone came to the orphanage and promised to adopt you, and they seemed like nice, they were going to be nice parents, and they brought you new clothes and a puppy and said, I'm just going to go and sign the paperwork, okay? Wait on the doorstep of the orphanage, I'll be right back. And then they just disappear. And then you're waiting, and then the orphanage is like, oh, they just left. No, they didn't really want to adopt you. You know what I mean? It's like, how sick is that? But that's the kind of weirdo games that a narc will do. Like, learn your weaknesses and your trauma so they can use it against you, you know? It's very sad. Like, a nice, kind, amazingly, you know, spiritual and kind person will see your weaknesses and not want to use them against you, want to protect you, want to strengthen the chink in your armor, you know. But a manipulator and abuser will see your weaknesses and be like, oh, that's where I can hurt her, that's where I can control her. That's, you know, it's sad. But anyway, I live and let live, and I do treat people the way I want to be treated. But if you mistreat me, I will take myself away from you, or if I can't get away from you, I have to get revenge on you. Well, either way, I'm getting revenge against you, because it's required to teach you a lesson. If you hurt me, you know, I can't allow you to get away with that. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Because you went too far, then so be it. You know, you provoked that revenge on you, you know. But I want all people to be free, safe and happy, and I expect people to be decent to me, you know. It's not fair that there's so many nasty people going around hurting people all the time and getting away with it, you know. It's very hard to understand. But yes, so if you have been around any narcissists or in a narcissistic relationship, just know that it's not your fault. These people have a severe mental illness, and they're never going to change. Sadly, they couldn't change even if they wanted to. So the only way you can you can't even survive in a narc relationship. They will always destroy any good you try to create. They will destroy any good in you. They will make you feel invisible, and soon you'll just be like existing, not even living. And it's very sad. And they'll be out life and soul of the party, enjoying themselves with everyone in the world, like talking to everyone in the world except you. What's the point of you being with someone who will talk to the whole world except you? Be online talking to strangers, be out in the bar talking to strangers, but then when they come home to you, don't want to talk to you, don't want to interact with you, don't want to sleep with you, you know, just, but you have to sit there and not exist. Why? It's crazy. So my advice to anyone who's with a narcissist is to run fast and run far, and get you or your kids or whoever else away. Get the dog away, get the cat away, get the fish away. Just like, don't waste your time on a narc. Like, once you see that someone really doesn't even care if you live or die, like, why are you wasting your time with them? Like, it's just such a waste of time. Like, all the narcs I've been around since I was a kid, because my family was full of narcs, and yes, they became narcs because of severe suffering in their childhoods, and I can have compassion for the abused child they were, but I will not forgive the monster they became, because as an adult they went round destroying other people for no good reason, and it's not fair and it's not okay. they should have seen something was wrong with them and got counseling or something, you know, because you can become a self-aware narcissist, but you cannot be cured of narcissistic personality disorder. But at least if you got some therapy or counseling, you could become aware of how to stop yourself, you know, going through with your bad behaviors, because you'll still get the urge and the thought in your mind to, you know, be compelled to ghost people or use people or hurt people. But counseling can make you self-aware, so that even though you get the feeling, you don't want to carry it out because you don't want to lose anymore, lose good people, end up alone, you know. Yeah, so that's all for now. God bless everyone. I hope everyone has a great day or evening or night, wherever you are in the world. Bye for now.